Hello and welcome to my first ever book haul on my channel, and today you're in for a treat because we have a massive book haul. This past weekend was my birthday weekend and this is the damage that has happened. As a guy with zero self-control, what do you expect from me? All of these books I have bought within the last 3 days apart from 2 of them, but I got them on Klarna and paid them off with my birthday money, so technically they're still a part of this birthday haul. I'll start with them ones anyway. I'm gonna start with the 2 that I bought, and they also go hand in hand with the books that I asked my mom and dad for my birthday. And these are all the ones that I bought for myself. So the first book is Cursed Fates Zodiac Academy. Zodiac Academy in England is getting changed their book covers. I am actually on this book and I am so obsessed. One of my favorite series ever read ever. So addicted. Love them with my whole entire heart, and I refused to not have the original publishing on my shelf. So I would have paid anything for these, and I'm just so grateful I started reading this when I did, so I managed to get them. I also bought Restless Stars Zodiac Academy. This one came with the cover ripped, so I have bought another one, and I am seeing if I can return this one. If I can't return it, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I should be able to anyway, so we'll see. These are the only 2 I technically didn't buy this week. I mean, I paid for them this week, but I got them prior to this week. Next up, from my mum, you can probably guess where this is going. I got Sorrow and Starlight, and I got Beyond the Veil Zodiac Academy. And from my dad, I got Shadow Princess, Faded Throne, and I got Heartless Sky. This, I've never been so happy and proud and so in love. I haven't been this happy with a book series on my shelf since getting maybe the after books and the American covers. Like, I wanted them since 2022 and I finally got them. So it's like that happiness. Like, I look at them and I smile every single time. Like, the happiness I feel in me, like, I own these and these are gonna be on my shelf. Side note is I'm definitely gonna have to redo my shelf now to display these. Bad side is I hate redoing my shelves, but you know what, it's a risk I'm willing to take for these. Like, they are in my hands right now. That's crazy. Moving on, actually I'm gonna try and stack these on books I bought Friday, Saturday and Sunday. I've compiled my books into the books I bought Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and I'm gonna start with my Friday. If you didn't watch my Weekend in the Life birthday edition, I went shopping on Friday, just going out celebrating my last day being 17. And the books I got Friday, these are from the works in TK Maxx. I'll start with the TK Maxx ones, and I got Anne of Green Gables. This is one of my favorite TV shows. I've been wanting to read it for so long, but I only owned it in hardback, and I wanted it to be comfy cozy. I wanted to tab it and annotate it properly, so I got her. And I also got Beg, Borrow, or Steal by Sarah Adams. She is really becoming one of my top authors. I've all of a sudden, I don't even know how, in the past like 2 months, literally got nearly all of her books. Like, again, I have no clue how, and I'm not mad about it. I'm really happy. I'm really gonna have to start reading her books though. And my next ones from the works is Wild Card by Elsie Silver. I read the back of this book and nearly died dead on the spot. It is an ex-boyfriend's dad and he is a fire pilot. Listen, ex-boyfriend's dad, that's not shocking. I've probably read like 20, and I'm not kidding, books with that exact trope. But from an Elsie Silver, I was shocked. I didn't know baby played that way. I'm gonna eat this up. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. And next I got 3 books in the Lucky River Ranch. I was aiming to get cash as well. I have now went to 4 different works, and then I went to Tesco, couldn't find it. So I've got Wyatt, Sawyer and Duke, and I've read Cash and Wyatt, so I obviously need to get Sawyer and Duke. I now need to buy Ryder and Cash because they're the only 2 I don't have. Also, love this series so far. Although I did post a TikTok like recommendations for cowboy romance books for a video I want to do, and everyone said that series, so clearly it's a good one. This is the only thriller book I'm pretty sure that I have on my bookshelf, other than maybe A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I don't know if that is a thriller or the Natural series. I'm not sure if it's a thriller or just mystery, but I know they're YA, I'm 100% sure. So this is my first like thriller, and that is Ward D by Frida McFadden. I was in an autumn mood. You can probably tell from my brown tracksuit that I'm still in that mood. I don't know what I was thinking. Now thinking back, like, am I actually gonna sit down and read a thriller? I hope. I better. I'll be sad if I don't. Please let me know if you like this book. That's all I've got to say. I actually have no clue what it is about. The thing about thrillers and stuff like this is I'm gonna have to read this in one sitting, which I'm sure will be pretty easy because I can physically not. Oh, wow, the chapters are so short. I love that. But there's no way I could physically put a book like this down without knowing exactly how it ends. And hopefully a happy ever after. I don't know. I've never read a thriller. I probably sound so stupid right now, but I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Lastly, on my Friday haul, I got House of Bane and Blood and City of Mirth and Malice. This is a duology. I read the back of the book and they sounded amazing. Just the top of it convinced me, and it was, I once vowed that if I met a member of the Eterno family, I'd kill them. Instead, I married one. And that sounded very, very interesting to me. Also, going down, it said, when the man who destroyed my world offers to pay our debts in exchange for my hand in marriage. I was like, yeah, cool, yes. And then I also got the second one, but it's just a duology. I'm pretty sure it's a bit fantasy as well. I'm not actually sure. It literally said he leads a group of criminals with lethal magical abilities. It's kind of giving like fantasy mixed with mafia. And then in the second book, it said, it says Nikolai Atano is ruthless, relentless, deadly, and he's mine. In a city where criminals rule the streets, they fell for the most dangerous of them all, and our love made me a target. And it says, kidnapped by Nikolai's enemies, I wake up in a prison of enchanted stone and steel, a place where only the strongest survive. Dark magic is burning in my blood, and my captors are desperate to take it from me. Tell me that doesn't sound so good. I'm so scared that I'll put these on my shelf and never look at them again. Like, I wasn't gonna buy them for that reason, but every time I read the back of the book, I just want to read it. So I really need to just read it. Moving on to my Saturday pile, and I was on my way to pottery painting for my birthday, and there was a works there, and I was like, of course I'm gonna go in, of course I'm gonna go in. I managed to find so many different books at each different works, and I was so happy with that. It was like they knew it was my birthday weekend. Starting off is The Temporary Roomie by Sarah Adams. Even just that cover really intrigued me. I'm so excited. I actually didn't read the back of the book. I saw it, and because I'm so shocked to find books that I want in the works, I always manage, I just buy it on the spot. I'm like, no way, they have it, and I buy it because they have it. You know where they get me every time. Oh my god, but Hannah Grace, Elena Armas, and BK Borson all did reviews on it. I'm excited. I got Savor It by Tara Dewitt. I saw Larry talking about the second book, I think. I can't think of the name of it. But also, when I saw this again, it's a book that I've had on my Amazon for so long. I'm so interested in reading it. And it has reviews from Elena Armas again. Love The Spanish Deception with my whole entire heart. Lida Sage, Liz Tomforty, Julio Soto, and Elsie Silver on the front. And it also says Summer Won't Last Forever. The second one looks more autumny. So I'm thinking last week of August, then straight into the second book in September. That is what I'm thinking. So excited for this. Again, I have no clue what it's about, actually. In a coastal town. Oh my god, it's like single parent as well. Oh my god, I feel like this one will make me feel so emotional. And like that warm feeling, but like summery vibes in the best way. I'm so excited for this one. Next up, I got At Wit's End. I think this is the third book or the fourth one. I'm not actually sure. I read Alive and Wells for a video actually last year. I know for 100% sure I want to continue the series, so I bought it because it's not going to get cheaper than that. So even if I don't have to just pay this one full price and I just pay the full price for the others, one down for the rest I need to get. Also, the cover said she's afraid she's not enough. He'll make damn sure she knows she is. Yeah, cool. Yeah, okay. Also, I really enjoyed Alive and Wells as well, so that's me, Zan. I just finished Between Never and Forever. Didn't love it, but I really did enjoy Between Love and Loathing. So I bought the fourth book in the series, and that is Between Desire and Denial. I really read this series. I read book 2 first, and then I read book 3, and now I'm gonna read book 4 before even reading book 1. I still need to buy book 1, and I still have no intention of buying it. But you know what? Again, I was so shocked to see this, because when I read that, I really wanted to continue the series because I wanted to read his book. I walked in, it was in there for £3. It's like, again, they knew. So this could either go one or two ways. I could either really enjoy it or really not like it. We'll just see how the story goes. I do, for the most part, love Shane Rose's writing. So, again, we're praying for this one. She's pink. She's beautiful. I'm gonna read her and give her a chance. This one, I was so happy to find. I found the first 3 books actually last year in the works, bought it, just to find out that it was a literal series and there was 5 books. And I was like, cool, I'm just gonna have to. It was last year these books were in the works. So I was like, there's no way they're gonna be in there now when I haven't seen them since then anyway. And I've never seen the other two because I would have bought them because I already had the first 3. Then when I was doing my going through my entire physical TBR and went on Goodreads, I know people say carbon covers, like people buy books for carbon covers. That is true. I don't know what it is. Some type of books with actual people on the cover really convinced me to read them because they like gagged me and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna read you. I know that's probably such an unpopular opinion, and some of them I'm just like, gross, why would I even want that myself? But some of them I'm like, I love that, and I kind of wish you didn't change it. To me, some of the covers look like books that you would see your mum read, you know, and that doesn't make me want to read a book. And then I see that they look spicy, and I'm like, oh, so I want to read you actually, yeah. Also, I am happy reading YA or no spice books. It's just like certain romances, it intrigues me more. I'm like, oh, perfect. So it's not going to be like a 10-year-old wrote it. Like, even though I know it's not, I don't know what part of my brain thinks that. It's probably because of what I'm looking at. Anyway, I'm getting so off track from what it was anyway. Sorry, I went onto the reviews and everything. I really wanted to read the series. Point is, I found The Summer I Destroyed You, and I think this is the 5th book in the series. Yeah, I've got the first 3, and then this is the 5th one in the series. And I was like, yes, because when I did that, when I was doing my going through my entire physical TBR, I wanted to do it for a video. So now I'm especially going to be able to read the series for a video. So I just needed to get the 4th book, which, spoiler alert, I did manage to find on a different day at a different work. So I was like, no way. So this one. And my last book for Saturday, I went to the cinema in the evening. On my way home, I stopped in Tesco. I already went to Tesco looking for this book on the Friday. They didn't have it. So going in on the Saturday and seeing it, I literally bought it on the spot. Even if I didn't have that money, I would have actually had to call someone and ask them to borrow the money. I'm not kidding. That is how desperately I wanted this book. And that is Starside by Alex Astor. I have been trying to avoid this book like the plague on my TikTok because I don't want any spoilers. I have just seen people do like casual little reading vlogs and I want to read it so bad, so I'm buying it. Again, know nothing about this book. Look at that map for one, and look at the cover on that. Hell yes. She looks absolutely stunning. That is not okay. Just know we will be seeing this book very, very soon in a reading vlog because I don't even want to go on not reading it. So there is that. Moving on to my Sunday. And Sunday, again, if you did watch my bookish weekend in my life, whatever vlog it was, I can't even remember what I called it anymore. If you did watch that, you would have saw these. I went on a charity shop book crawl with Phoebe, and let's just say we got some good fucking finds. Overall, I spent £8 on 10 books, and only one of them look red, and that's only because the way it's binded. I have a book just like it, My Door of a Pirate King, and it goes that exact same way. It's probably only been read once, but it just goes that way. But all the others literally look brand new, like not even a cracked spine in sight. £8. I'm starting off with the most 2 that you probably wouldn't be interested in. I don't know. I really, every single time I see them, I always buy them. And that is the Disney retellings. I have a few actually. Oh no, I can't see. I know I have a Frozen retelling, a Sally's Lemon retelling, and I have a Gaston retelling. And then I saw these, and it was the Twisted Tale. These were actually from 2 different ones, and I got Straight On Till Morning, a Twisted Tale, and that is What If Wendy Went to Neverland with Captain Hook. Also, that cover, I just read the back of these and they sound so interesting to me. And I also got As Old as Time, a Twisted Tale, and that is a What If Belle's mother cursed the beast. And this one sounds so interesting. It's where Belle and the beast both work together to undo the curse, not in like she has to fall in love with him. It's like she finds out it's her mom, and I think she goes to the beast and they try and sort it out together, like how this happened. This one is the one I sound like it interests me the most, I think. I've never actually read one of them though. This is my problem. So I really need to read them and know I like them, because if I do, I'm gonna buy so many more. In one of the charity shops is 6 books for £1.50, and one of the books I did get was the As Old as Time one, the Beauty and the Beast retelling. And I also got book 1 and 2 in the Infernal Devices trilogy by Cassandra Clare. I want to read the entirety of the whole universe, the Shadowhunters universe. So if I could manage to get them all secondhand, that would be literally the best. Not one correct spine in sight. I was searching for the third book, but I couldn't find it, but that is a-okay. I also got the House of Hades, the fourth book in the Heroes of Olympus series, and I'm just like, I want to read this series anyway. I know it's the fourth book, but for 25p, you're literally joking me. Also, I am gonna try to secondhand buy all the others because there is one charity shop and they always have these books in there. The last two I bought for my 6 for 150 is Grey by E.L. James. I have actually read this book. 50 Shades is one of my favorite books of all time. A reread till the day I die. I have read this book. I just don't love it as much as 50 Shades, but it's my baby. Of course I'm gonna have it on my shelf. Again, 25p. Even if this was £4, I would have bought it. Just brand new, never read. You're joking me. You're literally joking me. Like, don't get it twisted. This was still, I think I rated it like a 4.5 to 4.85. It just wasn't as good as 50 Shades. And lastly, I got the 100 by Cass Morgan. I feel like I've seen maybe Larry talk about the show before. Again, I'm not actually sure at all. So there's that. So I was intrigued because I was like, I swear I've seen this before. And then I read the back of the book and I was like, hell yes. Imagining this in an autumn morning, maybe with a tea in my hand. If I could, it's really short, so if I could read it in one sitting, it sounds so interesting. And it's set as after a nuclear war, all of humanity are like living in spaceships above the, what is the word I'm looking for? Far above the Earth's radioactive surface is what it said. And they send 100 juvenile delinquents, as they say, back to Earth on a dangerous mission to recolonize Earth. Hell yes, like so interesting. And then it says, confronted with a savage land and haunted by secrets from their past, the hundreds must fight to survive. They were never meant to be heroes, but they may be mankind's last hope. And that just sounded so fun, and I was like, hell yes. I love books like that. I just really hope I read them. In a different charity shop, I got Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. Have I got this now in like 5 different covers? Yes. I just needed to get it, especially when it's Jacob Elordi and Margot Robbie on my cover. Of course I'm gonna buy it. Have I read it yet? No. Will I? At one point. It does say, though, a gothic classic, so I may aim for autumn times. We shall see. Speaking of autumn books, this one specifically I was actually gonna buy for my autumn TBR. I know it's a bit soon, but I don't have the money to just bulk buy all the autumn books I want to buy. So I just like will buy a couple whenever I can to try and get my TBR up ready for when I want it. And that is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I got this. This is brand new, not one crack for £2. And lastly, for my charity shopping on Sunday, I got Whispers of the Deep by Emma Hamm. This one I was shocked to see because I think I've only seen 1 or 2 TikToks on it. I know I saw it off TikTok and I was like, I swear I've seen this before. I got home, it was on my Kindle Unlimited. I have had it saved on my Kindle for so long. I found it for £2. This is the only one that's a bit like that, but if you've ever read a book with covers like this, you will know. Isn't this the same publishing? Because no, it's self-published. This looks like the exact same writing as my Daughter of a Pirate King or Daughter of a Pirate Queen, but the art, she's beautiful. I am so excited to read this. I read the back of the book as well because I was like, I swear I've seen it, but I was like, maybe it was just briefly, and then I read the back of the book and saw it, and then obviously I got home and realized that I did actually want to read it. Anyway, it says, so he steals her, keeps her, feeds her, only to realize their bond is far deeper than captor and captive. So I said straight in my basket. And moving on to my last works haul, I bought these books today, would be day 4. 3 of these books I was not expecting to see in the works at all, so I was shocked to buy them. Starting off with my first shocked one, you should have saw my gasp and literal scream. I was like, Mom, when I saw it, and that is World Card by Stephanie Archer. I read Behind the Net. I don't think it was for a video. 5-star, one of my all-time favorites. It just cuts off in the camera. They are right here. This book, ever since it's come out, has not been less than $7.50. Has not been less than that. Obviously, I still have, I think, 3 more books I need to read till this book. I wasn't gonna buy it just for that. It was in the works for £3. Bearing in mind, I know I'm gonna read this because this, like, I've only read that one book, and I promise she's a favorite author for me, and I've read that one book. But to see this in the works, I nearly died dead on the spot. I was like, is this new in there? Because it was not in any of the other works. So that was book number 1. Like, this was my most prized possession for £3. Oh my god, don't even, my excitement I felt. Best coach in professional hockey, a hot single dad, one of the best players of all time, and my new boss. Hell fucking yeah. My dream day. Moving on to, this is probably my second most excited book, and that is The Summer I First Saw You. Yes, I know I already spoiled it, but when I saw it today, I know I bought the 5th one and I only needed the 4th one. I was like, wait, is this the one I bought? Or is this a different one? I bought it anyway and risked it for a biscuit. I was like, worst case, I can put it to a charity shop. Turns out it wasn't the one I had. It's the one I needed. So now the video's literally going to be out within the month, I promise. Have I started it? No. Do I even know if I like the series? No. I have a problem. Did I ever say that I'm a rational buyer? No. If anything, I'm very impulsive, as we can probably tell. I don't really know anything about the book, but obviously I picked up the back of the book to read it. And this one, I bear in mind I've only read the back of this one, but now I'm even more excited. I wanted her out of my house. Now I can't imagine her leaving at all. I was like, okay. Went to the back of the book because I was like, you can't just like let anyone in your house. So I was like, it's either maybe a friend or something or other. To read the back of the book, for it to say, once upon a time my buddy's younger niece was following me around the beach with stars in her eyes. Now Daisy's 21, the loveliest thing I ever laid eyes on, and blackmailing me into letting her stay for the summer. Yeah, I'm so excited. I just feel I have so many good books. Like, I don't even know what to do with myself. I found Unloved by Peyton Corinne. That cover, that little picture is the most darling thing I've ever saw in my entire life. And I know the 3rd book's just come out and everyone's been saying how the covers don't match, but I have been so intrigued to read this series. I think it's like college. He's going on to be like really high up in the ice hockey, but he needs a tutor is what I'm getting. She's Freddie's tutor. I just love any, is this college or am I making it up? I know it says tutor. Yeah, I think it is a college tutor romance. I just love all books like this. I was getting confused whether I read Collide because they're both like this green cover or this one. And it was Collide, the one I read, so I bought this one. Next up, I basically, again, this was going down to my cowboy romance books. I read the back and I was like, you know what? In the summer, if you were to watch a film or like watch anything you'd want, it would be a cowboy romance. So why wouldn't I want to read a cowboy romance book? I got Wild Rose and Fallen Willow. The covers kind of give me a mix between Elsie Silver covers and the Blue Rebel Ranch series covers. And you know what? I'm not mad about it. So I read the back of both these books and they really intrigued me. This is a best friend sister book and I'm so excited. His brother can't help him with the ranch right now. He's out of commission, should I say. And his best friend was like, hi, my sister. It also said, where is it? What's the word I'm looking for? With sinful emerald eyes that don't cower at my scowls. And what else does she say? But there's more to this Spitfire than she's seen for, and I want it all. That gave me Willa and Cade vibes from Heartless. So I was like, yeah, cool, I'll read you. And the next one I actually didn't read the back of. I just was like, if I'm gonna buy the first one, I might as well buy the second at that point. So that's his brother, and I really wish I didn't read the back of the book. Now I know why his brother's out of commission. Wait. I promise there is so many different tropes. This is why I don't read the back of the book, because I'd be so shocked. I probably will still forget. Oh my god, that sounds amazing. I want to read it right now. I'm not even kidding. Holy. All I'm saying is I haven't read these books yet, but from the back of the book, if you see these, I say buy them. Personally, or if they're not on Kindle Unlimited and they're on sale or something, I don't know, I've never searched it, I say add them or buy them. Again, I haven't read it. That is how confident I'm feeling. And now my final last book of my book haul. This one I've never seen. I just read the back and it intrigued me. It was actually the cover that really intrigued me. I do hate there's a little sticker on it, but it doesn't come off, obviously. It's not actually a sticker, but I don't know why they do that because I really like this cover. I have now read the back of this book 4 times and I still couldn't give you just like a little synopsis of what it's about without reading the whole back of the book, and I really don't want to do that. That's so boring. I'm not good at reading out loud either. I feel like I talk so monotone like this with like no energy at all. Like obviously you need to read it with a little to it to like understand and fully like grasp the words that are getting said to you and how they're saying it, and I just know I definitely can't do it. Okay, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna add a picture of the back of the book. Pause to read it if you want to read it, if you're intrigued. This book just really sounded interesting to me. That is officially the end of my birthday book haul. Considering my bookshelves are like full, I desperately need my little rotating bookshelf to pull through, and hopefully I can fit a good 100 to 300 books on it. You would think after this I'd put myself on a book buying ban. I laugh in the face of that, and I again got home and bought 2 more books, but I really need to put a pause on that and get my priorities straight. Get my priorities straight. Lord knows I'm tired. Never have I ever put myself on a book buying ban, but usually if I can't afford a book or I'm like, oh, I don't want it that badly right now, I'll just forget about it. So I think I may start writing it down, all the ones that I'm like, oh, I want to read that, instead of just adding it to loads of different baskets, because on so many different apps I have so many books on them. So I may actually physically write them down, and then when I feel like going for a book shopping day, I just take the list out and like fully do it. Could be fun, could be fun. So that is it for today's video, and that is me done. If you like this video and felt like sticking around, please check out my channel for more videos like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.